Okay, so you can have mono unsaturated.
So it's double bond.
Yeah, you're right. Double bond between two of the carbons.
Oh, they can be CIS or trans or isomer.
Right. Good. So they can be cis or trans. Cis is the
Natural or synthetic.
natural. Good. And trans is the unnatural one. And then we can also have poly unsaturated.
So they're
Yeah, so when you have a double bond, like here, that means that there's two hydrogens that can no longer bond to those carbons because now all their bonds are filled.
okay.
So that's why it's unsaturated, because it's no longer saturated with hydrogen. If you do a polyunsaturated, then you've got this happening multiple times. So you have a lot less hydrogen. Now, having the two hydrogens on one side, that is the cis isomer. If you have a hydrogen on one side and a hydrogen on the other, like this, that's the trans isomer. And that's the cis. So the cis equals bend in the fatty acid. And trans, I'll show you in a second, trans equals straight. So fatty acid, a saturated fatty acid would be a straight line, basically. It would be a straight molecule. As soon as you put an unsaturated, like a double bonded carbon, you end up with, where the double bond is, it bends like that. So that's the cis, creates the bend, because you have two hydrogens on one side and none on the other. That imbalance causes the bending. But if you have a trans, it just stays straight. So it acts like a saturated fat. Remember, saturated fats are the ones that are solid at room temperature. They're the ones that are in animal products. Unsaturated fats are oils at room temperature, and they're found in vegetables and things like that. They're like vegetable oil and corn oil and stuff like that.
And unsaturated, what is it?
Unsaturated are the oils. So these are oils.
Are animals.
Saturated ones are fats. So if you have a trans fat or a trans unsaturated fat, it then acts more like a saturated fat, which is part of the reason why they're poorer for our health. So we often hear about people talking about diets and things and healthy food, trying to eliminate trans fats, because trans aren't natural. They're caused or they're created when we process foods. So when we do all the processing of certain foods and we hydrogenate oils to produce margarine, or we do whatever we do to the food in the process of turning it into some kind of product or making it taste a certain way.
And cis is natural.
Yeah, the cis version is the natural one, but the trans one is unnatural, and it's not good for us.
Okay.
So your two possible variants in the question, you're looking for, well, you've got a number of things it could be. It could be the number of carbons, just how long the chain is. So we said different fatty acids have different lengths. You could have the number of double bonds. So are they saturated, unsaturated, or mono or polyunsaturated? You could also have a difference between being cis or trans when they're unsaturated. The
Yeah,
double bonds can be in different locations along that chain, so that is another way that they can be different.
Wait,
Yeah,
so
so those are
cis isomer and trans isomer are both for unsaturated fats?
right, just unsaturated, because they're only there when there's double bonds.
And for saturated fats,
There's no double bonds, and so it's just straight hydrogens everywhere.